Good morning. I'm excited to represent our Marysville office today. Just to start off, by a show of hands, I would like to ask you if you have ever known or yourself been through cancer. If you've ever known somebody or if you've been through cancer yourself, just raise your hand. And I just want you to keep your hands up. I just want you to look around the room. Too many hands, thank you. Way too many hands. Every time I ask that go up, and it crushes me. But we can all do something about it, which is the positive side. Pediatric cancer is near and dear to my heart. When I was 16 years old, I found out a few statistics that changed my whole life. The statistics that I found just by Googling cancer was that pediatric cancer is not only the least funded type of cancer, it's the #1 leading cause of death by disease for kids. And I wasn't the smartest girl in school by any stretch of the imagination. I didn't make the cheerleading team or the tennis team. But I sat there on my bed and I felt like, why is this happening? Why are so many kids getting diagnosed, but there's not enough funding going towards them to support them? And I felt in that moment at 16 years old, even if I could raise a couple $100s and support one family, then I had to do it. I couldn't know those statistics and not do something about it. And soon after I declared that, I had no idea what I was doing. I met a little girl that was going through neuroblastoma for the second time, and her name was Eden Adams. And she changed my whole life. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew I wanted to help. And so my grandmother actually passed away from cancer when I was young, and fashion's really what bonded us together. And I felt like it would be so much fun to have a fashion show, but a very different fashion show, to celebrate all different types of people and to raise money for these kids and just have fun. Fundraising should be fun. So remember that when you're doing all of your fundraising. Don't be like, oh my gosh, I have to fundraise. It should be fun. And so that's really what I embraced. I wanted to do a fashion show with not only kids that had cancer, but also leaders from the community, young leaders from the community, to give them a platform to give back. And so we just started off and we did a fashion show. Eden was truly the star of our first fashion show. You would have literally thought she was Taylor Swift when she walked out on the catwalk, because she just owned it. She had a bald head and she was really frail and she had hearing aids from all of the chemo, but she rocked that runway. And everyone was screaming and cheering and there were tears in their eyes, but it was such a beautiful moment because although cancer sucks, we were able to celebrate her and celebrate kids like her. And that night we raised $3,000, which at age 16 I was like, this is amazing! I was so excited. And that was going to be it. We were going to take the money to Nationwide Children's Hospital oncology floor and hand them the money to do great work that they're doing. And Eden had bigger plans in mind. She saw a huge organization and to help tons of kids like her. And I couldn't look at her and say, sorry, this was it. And so I made a promise to her that night that we would do everything that we could, and we would have another fashion show. And she really wanted to walk with a boy, so I promised that as well. And I just felt like I was in the right place at the right moment, and I don't know why the universe picked me, but I was there, and I was willing to help. And she passed away my senior year of high school, and it was tough. And that was a really defining moment for our organization because I felt like we can do more. I don't want to go to another one of these and see another family. Pediatric cancer is, any type of cancer is tough, but pediatric cancer, I sat there being a senior in high school knowing that she would never go to prom. She would never get her senior pictures. She wouldn't go to college. She wouldn't get married. She wouldn't have a family. Cancer took all of that from her. And so I just felt like we can do more, we can raise more, we can help more families. And through talking with families, a lot of things came up. We can't pay our mortgage. We can't put gas in our tank. We can't even go to the movies, like something fun to do for our family. And so I knew in that moment that financially we could help. And I wanted to be able to do that. And so We have been in existence for almost 11 years now, and we've raised over $2.5 million, and I blame Eden for everything. Her and kids like her are why we do what we do. Anything with the youth and to support the community, it truly does take an army. And by you standing up to help all of these organizations ensures that our community can thrive. And I want you to know how much it means to not only our organization, but all these organizations. You could just say, you know what, we're too busy. But you have taken a stand for many years, and I'm just so grateful for that, because these families get really isolated, and so every time that they know somebody is fighting for them is a big deal. So know that on the oncology floor, there are so many families grateful for your support, and so I just wanted to say thank you, and we're thrilled to be a part of a great group of people.